This is one of those recipes that feels like home. Aloo Gosht is humble, comforting and full of flavour. This is the kind of dish that fills your kitchen with an incredible aroma while it slowly cooks. Now let's take a look at the ingredients before we start cooking. To make Aloo Gosht, you'll need the following ingredients. We have here lamb. This is leg of lamb and it's bone in, more flavour. I've had it cut into medium-sized pieces. We have diced onions, we have potatoes, fresh tomatoes, oil, and we have some spices. We've got whole spices and we have ground spices. And again, a list of all the ingredients along with the quantities will be given in the description box. So please do refer to that. To finish it off, we have dried fenugreek, homemade garam masala and fresh coriander. So let's start cooking. Right, I'm going to add my oil in, and you want approximately 175 millilitres of oil. Now, whilst this seems a lot, it's not. If you're making a traditional curry and you want it to look as good as it tastes, then the oil plays a crucial part in this, because without the oil, the onions won't cook down properly and brown, and we need the oil. So let that heat up. So I'm going to add my whole spices in, along with the diced onions. And you want to fry them until they're soft and golden brown. And my heat setting is on a medium. So I'll give you guys a closer look once they're done. So the onions are looking like this, and this is what you want. You want a slight colour on them, and they've softened up as well. So I'm just going to add some water into this to stop them from cooking any further. Right, I forgot the ginger and garlic. So this is homemade ginger and garlic, and I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of that in there. And just fry that off for around a minute or so, just till it cooks off that rawness. So now this is ready, and I'm going to add the meat straight in. And we're just going to sear the meat for around 3 to 4 minutes. My heat setting is still on a medium. Right, so the meat's had 4 minutes of cooking in that lovely base masala, and I'm now going to add the spices in and the tomatoes and just mix everything in. Okay, and now is the time to add the water. So I'm going to add 3 cups, and these are just standard cups that I use at home. Mugs. Oh, so the 3rd mug goes in. I'm just going to give it one final mix like that. Just make sure the meat is just submerged in under that water. So pop the lid on, and I'm just going to lower the heat setting down ever so slightly. So it's a low to medium heat setting, and we're going to cook this now slowly for the next 45 to 50 minutes. Now, do keep an eye on it. Every 10 to 15 minutes, come and check it, give it a stir, and just make sure there's sufficient water in there. And after 45 minutes, I'll show you guys how it looks. So I'll see you guys back then. So coming back to check on the meat, it's been cooking away for 45 minutes, and this is how it looks. And you can see that there's still some water in there, and I'm just going to check the meat. So just grab some meat there, and it's still slightly tough, and that's perfectly fine, because what we're going to do now is we're going to start the bhunning process, which is going to develop that flavour further. And I'm just going to turn the hob up slightly, so it's on a medium heat setting, and we're now going to cook this until the moisture evaporates without the lid on, and I'll show you how it looks once it's done. So can you see the oil separation happening there? This is the key step that you need to look out for. And this happens after the water has evaporated. So the meat is now ready for the potatoes. So I'm just going to add them in, like that. Give them a mix around in there. And we're just going to add the water in. So I'm going to add 2, maybe 3 cups of water in there. Let me just have a look. Now this all depends on how runny you like your sauce. So let's just give this a mix. I'm actually going to add another cup, because whilst this is going to bubble away and cook and the potatoes are going to soften up, we are going to reduce the water in there. So 3 cups, and then after cooking you're going to be left with around maybe 2 cups of water. So just turn the hob back up again, because I turned it down. Let it just come up to the boil, and then lid on, and we're going to turn it down to a medium heat setting and just let that cook away until the potatoes are nice and tender, and that'll take around maybe 10 to 15 minutes, maybe 20. But once this is ready and the potatoes are cooked, I'll give you guys a closer look. So see you guys back then. Right, so the potatoes have had approximately 20 minutes of cooking and they are ready. And this is how they look. And I'm just going to turn my hob off now, and we're going to finish the dish off. So I'm going to add the homemade garam masala over, just like that. And the kasoori meethi, which is the dried fenugreek, I'm just going to crush this between the palms of my hands to release more flavour and aroma, like that. And then freshly chopped coriander to garnish right on top, and gently just give everything a mix through. Because the potatoes are fully cooked, just be slightly careful that you don't break them. But just look at that. And there we have it, everyone. My aloo gosht is ready, and now I'm going to serve this up and give you guys a closer look. Right, so I'm just dishing this up because we're about to eat, and I just thought I'd quickly show you guys how well this is cooked. But just look at that. Super, super soft. And I'm just going to try this now and tell you guys exactly how it is. Bismillah. That was so hot. It's cooked to perfection. It's super soft and it has so much flavour in there. And it just reminds me of everything my grandma used to make. Honestly, that's brought back some wonderful memories. Share it with your family and friends. Enjoy it, make it, and let me know how you find it, guys. Thank you for watching.